AKA Patters, are you ready? Are you ready for something groundbreaking, for something new, for something from a very long time ago? I don't know how long because I cannot date. I cannot date what I'm about to show you. And I mean, I can't stamp that time. I don't mean taking it out for a date. I'm not talking about a night with Peter. I'm talking about this. Image Comics.
The following is brought to you by AKA Pad.
And we're out of that intro. Okay. Let me get a little bit more of this. So, I'm supposed to be doing errands now, but it's raining in Philly. Let's do another video. We need more video content. I need your help. I need your motivation. I need you to join the AKA Pad Army so we can add some energy into the comic book discussion profile review game because no one has energy. I don't know. Everyone, they talk about comics and they put me to sleep. Okay, look at this. I just bought these. A friend of mine, he shoots me a text message. He's like, "You want to do a convention?" He manages it all. He knows where to go. He knows what to do. I don't have a clue. I said yes, mostly because my brain was in overdrive from just like doing a lot of things that morning because I usually wake up around 5, and it was just in overdrive. I worked throughout the morning. Working on my mini comic, working on Trial by Fire, just doing a lot of things, DMing and talking to a lot of you. Yeah, I talk a lot. But anyway, so I just said, what the hell, I don't care. So we end up at this convention in a random box, because any box you're not already familiar with is random. Random box, $1 a piece. So the guy that sold these originally retail for 75 cents each. He made 25 cents and off to the races. Different, we're going to go through these. 2 separate binding types. My best guess is that these are maybe from 93 to 94. Maybe as late as 96, 97. There's a name attached to this, okay? The dude's name, Aaron Ugelblock. So, this Aaron guy, he's an animator. He's either, like, I think Brooklyn, Wonder Chosen. He's a known producer, director when it comes to the animation game. I've reached out to his company's social media. I've reached out to his social media, trying to get some level of verification if this is him, and then if he can help me place the time. Now, a little bit of time goes by. I don't have time for that because I'd rather show this stuff to you and make a broader point. The way how these are constructed, again, is the idea of not being held back, is letting the hungry dog off the chains. If this dude, because we know it's a child, if this kid, potentially teenager, can do this back in the mid-90s and end up as a pro with impact, what on earth? Let me hear your excuses. What's holding you back from doing it all? I'm not just talking about one thing. I'm not just talking about like a slow down pursuit. I'm talking about what is holding you back from doing it all. These books here, Image Comics, is the definition of just doing it. Starting. You don't have to be Alan Moore. You don't have to be George Perez, John Byrne. You just need paper, photocopy, find a way to bind it with bubble gum. I don't care. Bind it with some PBR. And put it out there. That's it. Because guess what? That effort alone is no different than a major comic that comes and goes and disappears. That can find its way to the right people, and that's the goal. Make something and find a way to get it out there. Easiest thing to do today. There's nothing less difficult, period, than putting something out there, because we have social media. It's free marketing. If your account grows, you get paid to advertise your own product, essentially. So, I want to hear the excuses to why you're not doing it. Let's have a look at Image Comics. Booyah. Alright. This is exciting. Do we need to adjust some lights here? This is exciting. Why is it exciting? Because what if? We're dealing with a what if here. Let me get some of this out of the way. Okay. Hey, look, I draw comics too. Get this crap out of here. What if these predate 1992 Image Comics? What if this is where it all came from? Look, Image Comics guys, mostly West Coast. We got Cali. We know Rob Liefeld came up with the Image Eye. I mean, do we not know what the Image Eyeball is? Because I guess I can show you. Let's get it. It's over here. Image Eye, right here. See? Created by Rob Liefeld. You know, when it comes to like the back and forth of exactly the formation of Image Comics, it's become that of lore. Image Comics is the final piece of lore to come out of the comics. This is why the comic book industry is as depressing to me as it is. This is a Rob Liefeld comic. This is one of his best drawn issues. But this is the guy that basically lit the fire. Got Todd McFarlane from Spawn, right here, Spawn. And yeah, McFarlane mostly was a recruitment tool. They got together 7 guys, changed comics, changed the industry. For the good, maybe. For the better, maybe. It's tough, but what if these two predate this? So let's have a look, because I feel like anyone else would just kind of come over this, would flip through the box and just be like done with it. Be like, like this is garbage. I'm not buying it. I see this and my brain literally gets set on fire. Now, we have what I like a lot too. We have some tape binding here. Nothing on the back. Never waste the back. Now, issue 3 here is, I think this is hard. Maybe it's called like a hard staple or hard bind. So part of what makes me place these is this type of binding was very prevalent at Kinko's at one time, and they roughly had a 24-hour turnaround. Sometimes they did it on site for, presentations, packets, things just like this. So I was a Kinko-er. Now it's FedEx Kinko's, but I was very heavy in Kinko's at the time, as you were when you were trying to break into comics. So we have a fantastic cover here. Holy crap, I love the crystal. This is the crystal font here. This is all hand lettered, guys. No computer. Introducing Herc, Duck Without Pain. Also Nightmare and Delta Force. Nightmare Part 1, Delta Force Part 2. What's happening in issue 1 of this? Beta Force, I said Delta. Beta Force is issue 1 just all Beta Force. There we go. Chapter 1, Herc. Now look at this. So this is what I mean. What on earth is holding you back? We have the creation of the duck, the attributes of the duck, all computer. This is probably a young computer course. meaning you're in school, they're showing you how to make pixelated images, and this is what you make. You output it, you glue it here, and you're done. And then here we go, chapter 2, Beta Force. We end with Hercduck getting ready to go on one of his missions. And then here we go, we have Beta Force. So Beta Force, yeah, this is essentially your 90s team comic. But look at I really do like this sequence here, because look, it's action. You always want to draw action when you're young, but sometimes like you draw stuff that works, and I think some of this works. I love the sound effect here, and we end up in space. Look, ambition. I don't think when I was potentially this age, because we don't know anything about this, because there's no date at all in this comic, but check it out. I mean, the ambition of just putting these guys in space, and that's it. To be continued, chapter 3, Nightmare. No dates at all. I combed every single page. Part of the reason I wanted to rush this video out was to get the word out there. Page 24. So like we have a lot of wasted pages here, like just front and back. Some of that could be cost. It's always cost. Some of that could just be no know-how. We have Chris Hardner. I had trouble finding that name too. So Chris Hardner. Aaron Alblick. I mean, we gotta find these guys. And then here we have Image Comics survey form. I, honest to God, feel like if Image Comics was Image Comics at the time, they wouldn't go so hard in the paint when it comes to calling themselves Image Comics. It's tough. Look, submit to Aaron Augenblack. I hate this guy's last name. I can't pronounce it. Nor am I trying. But here we go. Like we have a survey form. I'm not sure who you mailed this to, but there you go. They're requesting original characters. This is a part of the fire. This is really, a lot of this is what makes the 90s so good, because there was this attitude of just creating things and having fun. Image Comics issue 3 featuring Nightmare, introducing Volt. Beta Force Part 3. Beta Force is now a trilogy. But we're right in there. Look, and we, like, clear Todd McFarlane influence here. But I would also say Matt Martin, Hall of Heroes, because this looks a lot like some Hall of Heroes work. I mean, look at these speed lines. I just don't know the application, like how much it could, a lot of this could run parallel with the rising tide of Image Comics. I'm talking 91, 92. We had these techniques in big comics, in the big two comics at this time. Awesome sound effect here. So we got some decent storytelling. This dude comes off from the river. He lifts a giant jet, or like a Quinjet transporter. Look, we're back in space. And here we go. Not so fast. You'll have to go through us first to be continued. So, cliffhanger. Chapter 2, Nightmare. Just really interesting stuff. And if this kid was in high school at this time, I mean, God help us, because this is advanced. If he was in middle school at the time, we're doomed. The creation of Volt. Awesome title there. I love it. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm working with an indie comic now. I want everything to be hand lettered. Every single sound effect. But look at this. I mean, this is mostly a silent comic here. Silent origin. I mean, it's raining. He falls into a electrical fence and becomes Volt right here. So I don't know. But see, I would say even this hand, that looks very much like a McFarlane hand here. So and that's all she sung. I don't know, boys and girls, what is holding you back? Let's have some of this. I was happy to bring this to you, but I want to find who these people are. We have 2 names. Those names will be in the description below. Okay, that's a wrap. Yeah, I did this conclusion for my last video, the Batman '89 animated movie adaptation. I very well may do a follow-up to that because I already got some DMs and some interesting info on that alone. So I might just do like a general follow-up. But preview of up-and-coming discussions. Death-crazed teenage superheroes die. This book became my template for everything I'm working on. I did want to bring all of you into my mindset of exactly what I feel is a value proposition when it comes to self-publishing comics. And then, look, we're doing a lot of work on Chaos Comics, but we do have Chaos Megadeth. And my dear friend got me 2 of the 4 floppies from this out of a dollar bin. So, I don't know. Like, it was, do I do the trade? We're going to discuss both. This trade's falling apart, by the way. So, cool. Look. The hell with buying a comic for value. We're all about buying comics to know more about comics, to understand more about comics, to apply that into the history. Because, I'm sorry, kids, the history of comics is not just a part of the big 2. It's not Spawn. It's not all these other things. The history of comics is everything outside of that. I love you. Rock and roll. Until next time.